Jump, 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 little pants. Doing the glizzy dance. Soft, stripping, heavy, ketchup on my hands. Grills on fire, got the whole crew in a trance. Step to the beat, it's a glizzy romance. Roll up to the cookout, buns in my hand. Little pants in the spot, yeah, I'm the man. Grill marks clean, I'm the BBQ king. Flip a hot dog, make the mustard sing. Snapbacks low, but my vibe's on high. Glizzy in the air like it's 4th of July. Got the relish on deck, onions all diced. Dancing to the beat while the sauce gets sliced. Catch me spinning, glizzy twinning. Move so smooth, it's a wiener winning. Lil Pants vibes got the party enhanced. Yeah, I'm out here doing the glizzy dance. Yo, it's Lil Pants doing the glizzy dance. Sauce stripping heavy, ketchup on my hands. Grills on fire, got the whole crew in a trance. Step to the beat, it's the glizzy romance. Yo, it's step late, then I hit the two-step. Twirl on my dog, call it the sausage prep. Dipping low, now I'm back on my grind. Little Pants got the moves that'll blow your mind. Crowd going crazy, they can't get enough. Frank's in my hand, yeah, I'm looking real tough. From the backyard vibes to the city advance, I'm taking over summer with the glizzy dance. It's a barbecue banger, yeah, I'm top tier. Glizzy in my hand and I'm making it clear. Lil Pants is the name, don't get it confused. When the grill is lit, I'm setting the mood. Yo, it's Lil Pants doing the glizzy dance. Sauce dripping heavy, ketchup on my hands. Grills on fire, got the whole crew in a trance. Step to the beat, it's the glizzy romance. Lil Pants signing off, but the party won't end. Got glizzies for days, tell your family and friends. So when the beat drops, then you're ready to prance. Remember Lil Pants doing a glizzy dance. Lil Pants signing off, but the party won't end. Got glizzies for days, tell your family and friends. So when the beat drops, then you're ready to prance. Remember Lil Pants doing a glizzy dance. Lil Pants signing off, but the party won't end. Got glizzies for days, tell your family and friends. So when the beat drops, then you're ready to prance. Remember Lil Pants doing a glizzy dance.
Shut up and sit down.
Welcome, everybody, to the 3POA podcast, episode 81. I'm your host, LaserPants, also known as Ryan. I will be joined in a little bit by a one Bobby Vala, but he's running a little bit late. He's got some sick kids at home, so he's running a little behind. Once he gets here, we're going to get right into the topic. I did just want to say, channel members, stay tuned. After this show, stay tuned for the channel member after show. I've got some pickups, and I've got a mystery box from our friend Articulated Ninja that he told me not to open until a members only stream. So stay tuned for that. I got some stuff from Abby at Figure Fight Club as well, so I'll be opening that. I hope everyone's doing good. How are you guys doing? Nice Saturday. Good to be back. Ramen Toy is here. Ace, thank you for the tater chat. He says, it's Christmas early. These companies are providing free content for creators to have blowout shows on their channels. Have a great show indeed. Thank you, Ace. I appreciate that, man. Thanks for that tater chat. Thanks for being a member for 15 months. Don't forget about that after show. It's going to be good. This show is going to be good. The show is going to be pretty wild once we can get into the topic. Also, Valaverse.com, the new stuff is in. Hand packs, head packs, Trigger, Garrison Cavalry. They're shipping out now. I know that they were at the headquarters there, shipping out pretty much all week, all day today. So I think most everything is still in stock on Valaverse.com. I think there's a few sellouts, but be sure to check that out. Let me go to the chat here. Hal Jordan says, Ninja sent LaserPants a box of Bad Dragons. So I found out what Bad Dragon was after the show. I had no idea, but now I do. Yeah. Thanks, Google. And thank you, Hal. What's up, Lunchbox Killer 805? Hope you're doing well too, man. Mike Joseph, how dare you, sir? Sir, how dare you? Boy, it's been a wild week, hasn't it? Crazy news coming out about some of our most favorite toy companies. UC Metalhead says, bummer, I won't get to see what Ninja sent unless I get a free membership somehow. You could. You could. There could be a gifted membership in your future. Thank you, UC Metalhead. Mynix, thank you for becoming a channel member. You, sir, stay tuned for the after show. Appreciate you. Some of these chats, guys, Spaced One McDysentery says a debacle this is. I'm not reading that one. Hey, what's up, Mr. Customs? What's up, Colossal Customs? How you doing? Wait, what? No. Do not hit the mute button. Don't listen to George Aiken. What's up, George? How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Stuart Jardine is somewhere that it's morning. Good morning to you. What's going on, Samuel Edwards? Yeah. Just waiting for Bobby. It's not awkward. Not at all. Ramen Toy says, I saw a new NECA Instagram post, which I thought was cringy. A live stream format with a special guest in Randy Quaid. No, not Randy Quaid. Now, let me look into this. It can't be not Randy Quaid. Surely, you are joking, Ace. Let me pull that up. If I'm not blocked. I am not blocked. That's great. No, I see nothing about... Is this a joke that I don't get, Ace? I see nothing about Randy Quaid. I don't... Was it a story? Nope, no story. Yeah. Suka says, NECA found Randy Quaid? I thought he was lost in Canada. He went off the grid, man. He lost his mind and completely went off the grid. That's last I heard. Ricky Figs or Richie Figs says, does NECA actually take a hit in sales from Backlash? We'll see. What's been going on is not great. Rectangular says, look at that magnificent hair. You need to borrow some, buddy? Thank you. It's not. No. Ted, what are you talking about? Well, what are you guys drinking tonight? People that are tuning into the show for the first time, they're like, when is this going to get started? We're just waiting on Bobby. Yeah, he's usually on time, but not tonight. If I have to, I'll just start getting into it, and Bobby can join when he wants. Wait, Kaiju Kitty says, I was blocked by Randy Quaid when I told him his best movie was Freaked. What a weird movie that was. Zakanen! Thank you, sir, for the super chat. He says, I sent you 2 Sprite and Fireball drinks by mistake. You could drink both instead of returning the extra, but it could cause issues in the future, LP. Ooh. I'm not sending it back. I am not sending it back. Wait a minute. John Garrett just sent me a message, and it is... Oh, it's a Marty the Moose mug. Gotcha. Let me pull this up. Ace, I need you to do better. Here it is. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Marty Moose mug, prop replica 4-pack, and Randy Quaid autographed greeting card. How do they track him down to sign anything? That's crazy. $126. Is Randy Quaid's... Is his signature worth... Maybe it is worth that much. Maybe he doesn't do signings very often. I thought he was living out in the woods. Orion Pat says, Randy Quaid saved us from the aliens with help from Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum. He did. Yep. Gin and tonic, Coke Zero, says Chris Allen. Hey, it's Saturday night. We can have some drinks, you know. Hunter Prime says, Skeletron's Robo-Skull is shipping. Woot. About time. Oh, that's good. I hope it's good. I didn't get one, but maybe I will. Is there any left? Illustrated Figs is here. He's the one that made that opening intro video. Thank you for that. It's ridiculous. He says, I'm not drinking, but I'm definitely eating popcorn. If you don't have popcorn, go get it. Go get it ready. Some of the topics we're going to get into, well, one is going to be a bit out there for a toy collecting channel. But just bear with me here. Ramen Toy says, it would seem the post was obviously deleted if it is not there anymore. I definitely watched a promo by NECA with Randy Quaid as the guest who crashed their video call. If it was a live thing, I don't think those stay up all the time. So maybe it was just live and then they took it down. Maybe. Let me bring them up again. Maybe it's under Reels? Oh, there it is. It's under Reels. But, yeah, I'm not going to play that. No, we're going to talk about someone in that video tonight. All right. Still waiting on Bobby. I tell you what. Maybe I can just start setting this up for when he gets here. Did anybody order this? This is the NECA Toys Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Donatello's Lab diorama. Now this connects to their other sewer layer diorama. Right? That first sewer layer, there was a lot of controversy over it because of the price. It was crazy. It was $300. $300 for 3 walls, a floor, and some props. Which, I mean, prices are going crazy, right? This seems excessive. $300 for this seems really excessive. But what do I know? I don't know what toys cost to make. But this is a NECA site exclusive. If you're into the cartoon turtles, this makes for a great display. The city street scenes or whatever they called it, dioramas they did a few years ago, they fit on top. So you could build like a whole Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles world. Right? This thing was $300. $300. Man, Beast Boy says, so excessive that like a third-party one of one price. Seems like it. George says, hurry up, Nick is at my front door. I haven't got much time left. Chris Allen says, not worth it to me for $300. Kaiju Daddy. What's up, Kaiju Daddy? Not to be confused with Kaiju Kitty, but Kaiju Daddy. Great. I think you have a Mafex focus channel. I'll say that. He says that dio is made of unobtainium, and not just because of the price. If you haven't heard about what's going on with this thing, you've been living under a rock. Felipe Terrazaz says, nah, I'd rather have a custom-made. Sure, dial makers are expensive as well, but at least it's out of yours and the maker's creation. That's right. It's a one-of-a-piece, handmade art. That's what it is, right? That's what a diorama is. And it takes many hours for someone to make something like that by hand. So you're not just paying for the dio. I mean, you're really paying for their time, the work they put into it. These are mass produced, so there's, it's not one of a kind. Greg Harris says it's cool, but not at that price. You get all the little accessories in there. That desk has opening drawers. You can put stuff in the desk, and there's even a top. So there is a top, a middle, and a bottom on this dio, which is essential for every large toy that a toy company makes. There has to be a top, middle, and a bottom. Can't skip those 3 parts. And then, oh my God, $300 and sold out. Sold out. It says just arrived and shipping soon. Uh-oh. Well, if you prepaid for this, you did pay for it up front. Right? Shipping is calculated at checkout. I've heard the shipping was unreal. It was crazy. Probably FedEx shipping, which is expensive. So you spent a lot of money on this. And there's people out there that bought them and paid for them and aren't getting them. But some people are getting doubles. I guess some people that never even ordered one are getting one or two. So someone at NECA really, really screwed up and shipped these out to the wrong customers. By the way, this was about 3 months ago. People have been getting these in the mail for free as far back as 3 months ago. Timothy Ward says, looks like one of those Calico Critters, little Woodsy's houses that should cost like $50. I know. I got to think that the reason why stuff like Calico Critters and Barbie and stuff like that is $50 because it is so mass produced. Tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of those made. And we know, the higher the production run, the lower the cost is. So Chris Allen says NECA is missing the bed here. Yeah. So, the people that received one for free in the mail, well, they started getting emails, right? This email says, this is from NECA to one of the, as they put it, loyal customers. This is one of our loyal customers. We're going to send this email to him. They said, thank you for being a loyal NECA customer. We're writing to inform you that due to an unexpected error in our shipping system, you received an extra Donatello Sewer Layer Lab diorama by mistake. We sincerely apologize for the mix-up and confusion. To help us resolve this situation and ensure there are enough dioramas for the customers who bought them, we kindly request that you return the extra product to us. We will provide you with a prepaid return shipping label to make it as easy as possible. This is fine up to this point. I think this is fine. I'm not here to preach about morals or what you should do. or shouldn't do if you're in this position where you got something for free. That's kind of not the point. That is definitely not the point of why we're talking about this. AZ Toy Hunters Guild says they are also sending this email to people that didn't get an extra lab. Oh wow. Okay. Well, that doesn't make sense. Action Figuratorium. What's up, man? He says NECA is love. Yeah. They could be like Hasbro and just send the Pinkertons after everyone, right? Yeah. It says instructions for returning the product. Please pack the item securely in its original packaging if possible. Use the prepaid return label, which we've attached to this email, to send the product back to us. Drop the package off at your nearest shipping drop-off location. Okay. I mean, that's reasonable. I think it's fine. They can, that they ask for it back. Our mistake. Could you please send it back to us? They even go on to say, we profusely apologize for the inconvenience. Upon receiving the diorama, we will provide you with a $100 NECA store credit to use on your next TMNT purchase as a token of our appreciation. Oh. Well, now there's something in it for me to help them fix their mistake, right? I have to go through the trouble of packing this thing up and taking it to the post office or UPS or whatever, but they're going to give me $100 in return. Okay. That's very nice of them. All right. Store credit. Is there something on the store you really want? Okay. Well, still, it's $100. Okay. But then they go on, and this is where things change. This is where they messed up. It says, we profusely apologize for the inconvenience. Upon receiving the diorama, we will provide you with a 100. Sorry, I already read that. They say failure to return the diorama may result in limited opportunities to buy future products from the NECA store. Whew. So now we have threats. And by the way, they're threatening their, as they put it, loyal NECA customers. Now, they're not just loyal NECA customers. They're loyal NECA customers that are willing to spend $300 plus tax and shipping, which, if I remember right, brought it close to $400 for some people. They're threatening not to let that customer spend any more money with them. Oh boy. Okay. Seems like a bad choice to do that. They say, thank you again for your understanding and cooperation as we work to correct this mistake and prevent it from happening again in the future. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact our customer service team. Oh, I bet the customer service team will respond to that email. Like they don't respond to other emails. Has anyone here ever had to contact NECA customer service? And let me ask you, how did that go for you? How did that go? My first experience with NECA customer service was when they had a Twitter account just for handling customer complaints and QC issues. It was called NECA_CS, if I remember right. NECA customer service. So you tweet at them, and then they tell you, DM us. I DM'd them about a broken figure. I had to send pictures, so I sent the pictures. I'm like, this is what happened, straight out of the box. Part of the figure, the accessories weren't even taken out, and they had those bands. I believe it was either my Christopher Reeve, or it was, I'm pretty sure it was a Xenomorph. So I send the pictures, and they respond, we don't have any of those, so return it to the store. Well, that was in the days of Toys R Us. And NECA quality was so bad at the time, that Toys R Us had a store policy that they did not accept returns of NECA product. So I couldn't return it to the store. So I went back and DM'd them. I said, hey, I can't return it. I bought it at Toys R Us. And they ghosted me. Never heard from them again. And I'm sure there's many people that have had similar or worse experiences. But in this case, I'm betting you're going to hear back from customer service if you have any questions or concerns about this. John Garrett, member for 9 months, thank you so much. With the Tater Chat, he says, I like Mad Hatter's suggestion for NECA to buy them secondhand on eBay to fulfill the missing orders. That's actually not a bad idea. They could buy back their... they could buy them back. I mean, they're giving out $100 anyway. That's one way to do it. Yeah. Thank you for that, John. Appreciate you being a channel member. Fawcettino93 says you have to warm up the figures. Yeah. You have to warm up the figure in boiling water. Yeah. And, you know, that in and of itself is not a big issue. I heat up most of my figures when I first get them. The problem is, you know, when heat's not enough and the company doesn't do enough to make you as a collector whole, right? Replace the product or give you a refund or something. Especially if you're buying direct from their store. That's where the issue is. And when they just ghost you, it's like, oh man, so angry. Chris Allen says they need to hire better customer service reps. It was the dark days of NECA, Fawcettino. It was. When they were putting out Batman figures and that Christopher Reeve Superman, boy, they were bad. Yeah. John Tuel, here's his experience. He says, I've been messaging them for over a year about a Mirage Splinter. Looked like they were going to fix it, then crickets. Mm-hmm. I've heard it from people that said, actually Mad Hatter said this. He said there was people that still hadn't got their Turtle 4-pack. Like, that came out last year? Over a year ago. The one, the comic book one. I mean, still waiting on pre-orders for that? Probably not getting it, honestly. Get Mad Hatter on the show. He loves this topic. He has to send a $20 or more super chat to get the link to the show. D's Nuts says, I emailed NECA about missing product and they just dicked me around for weeks, wouldn't reply. So I would send multiple emails. Mm-hmm. Lunchbox Killer says they better give the money back before you have to ship it back. Well, the thing is that they sent doubles to people that bought one, and they even sent some to people that didn't buy any. 100% their fault, 100% their error, right? And I'm not here to say whether people should or shouldn't send it back. You know, I'm not here to moralize everyone. But, so they sent out this email, and, I mean, there's people out there that got the extra and they sold them or they opened them. I mean, when they get them back and they're opened, they've been opened and used, right? Let's say they got them back. They've been opened and used. Are they going to send that out to someone that bought it brand new? You can't do that. If I bought a $300+ diorama from a company and they sent me a used one, afraid not. Well, it gets better. A second email comes out. Yes, I do have it. Idiot figure. No, who said that? Yes, John, I do have it. It's right here. Bobby will be here soon. He said 5 minutes. Second email says, by now, you should have received a shipping label to return the misshipped item. If we do not receive the piece back in the next few weeks, you are going to be charged for it and will be exempted from all of our future offerings. Please realize that by not returning the piece that was misshipped, you are taking it away from another collector. NECA. It's your fault, guy, that didn't ask for it and got it. It's your fault. No. NECA gave it to the wrong customer. It's on them. I'm not saying if you got an extra, you shouldn't ship it back. I'm not saying that. But NECA's trying to pass the blame onto their customers. I think this is an empty threat. If they try to charge your card, can't do that. I got a link here. Let's bring this up. Federal Trade Commission has something to say about that. This is consumer.ftc.gov. Your rights when you get unordered merchandise. By law, companies can't send unordered merchandise to you, then demand payment. That means you never have to pay for things you get but didn't order. You also don't need to return unordered merchandise. You are legally entitled to keep it as a free gift. I, LaserPants, am not saying you should. I'm saying legally, you are entitled to keep it as a free gift. If you got 2 Sue layers, it's on you. It's not on you to make sure the other collectors got them. That's on NECA. That's their problem. I'm not saying you shouldn't send it back. I'm just saying you're not responsible. NECA is responsible. That was a free gift by law. Sellers can send you merchandise that is clearly marked as a free gift, free sample, or the like. And charitable organizations can send you merchandise and ask for a contribution. It's your right to keep such merchandise as a free gift. They cannot charge your card for this. If they do, they have done something illegal. Action Figuratorium says, LaserPants isn't telling you to keep it, but Ryan is. No, I'm not. What I'm saying is, it's not your fault as a collector. It's NECA's fault. And you are legally required to do nothing. I'm not telling you what you should do. You should follow your heart. Listen to your heart when he's calling for you. Wait a minute. The Radar says NECA has been tripping because their distribution has been shit as of late. Yes. I agree. Orion Pat says the government is telling you to keep it. The government is telling you you can keep it. They didn't say you should. They said you can. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Interesting, right? Oh my God, look at this. We got a tater chat from Brian Driscoll. Thank you so much for being a member for 14 months. Appreciate you. He says, morals aside, they can't charge you for product you didn't agree to buy. That's right. Because if you could do that, I would start sending t-shirts to all 3 POA fans and then demand payment for them. I would. But I'm not going to do that. That would be wrong, and that would be illegal. If you would like a t-shirt, you can click on the link below or go to 3poapodcast.com to grab a shirt. Only if you want one. You don't have to. Thank you, Brian. And then we got, oh my God, Philip Story with a $20 super chat. Thank you so much, man. He says, wow, what unbridled shitheadedness. It's the law that if you get something in the mail you didn't request or pay for, it's yours. Period. End of story. Their loss. That's right. Philip, you are correct. I'm not saying you should. I'm not saying you should keep it. I'm just saying maybe be like, hey, I got all these broken NECA figures that you guys never responded. So how about you replace those and I'll send you your dial back? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe you could do that. That was Mad Hatter's idea. Thank you so much, Philip, for that super chat. Very nice of you, man. We got Marcos Mahalka. Hope I said that right. With the Tater Chat. Member for 12 months. Thank you. All right. We're getting free t-shirts. Oh, maybe I'll do a giveaway at some point in the future. Maybe. I don't know. All right. This isn't the first time this has happened either with NECA. Let me add this back to the stage. This happened with the life-size baby Beetlejuice prop replica. It says, loyal NECA customer. Loyal NECA customer. Oh, one second. You can't do that, Bobby. You can't just come in. You're muted. Just wait. Unmute yourself, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, the man behind Action Force, the CEO of Valaverse, Bobby Vala. You are muted, sir.
I got it.
There you go. You okay, man?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
You sure?
Hold on. Hold on.
All right. We'll wait for you. I've been going through this whole NECA thing.
Oh, you started without me?
I had to. Took you 37 minutes to get here. I had no choice. Yeah. Are you familiar with it?
I am. Hold on.
So you read the emails. That's what you need to know.
They
sent out this dio. Yeah, they sent out this dio to the wrong people. Then they sent out these 2 wild emails asking for it back, which is fine. They can ask for it back. But to threaten a customer with not being able to buy their products anymore from their store, and then threatening and saying that they're going to charge them for it if they don't send it back, and then trying to guilt them into sending it back by saying you're taking it away from another collector. No, NECA, you took it away from your loyal customers. That was you. You know what I mean?
I've been going, we were talking about at the office today, and I've been going back and forth, the shock that they would even send this out is mind blowing.
Yeah.
I'm just dude, you're NECA. You've been around for a good long time, and you have HR, you have PR. You've been doing it, and it's just how did they let that go? And we're talking look, if you wanted to threaten the banning later, cool. Mm-hmm. Maybe 2 emails later, maybe it's the first initial email should just be hey, this is the issue. This is what happened. We're going to be sending out labels, and you get $100 credit. Totally cool. Our mess up. First of all, it made me think I'm going to go in 100 different directions with this because I have so many different thoughts. But it's they must have sent out a crap ton extra to make it to the point where they're going to spend at least $20 average on a return label for a big item, and then give you $100 credit. So you're eating $120 on every order. So I'm they must have sent out a lot. So it's just this was the best course of action you thought? No, man. Lead with a hey, we messed up. Then when you send out the labels, then say, this is the label. Just to reiterate, as soon as you send it back, you're going to get the $100 credit. But if you don't, if it's not sent back in a timely manner, or we're going to have to, like accelerate the action taken, just like you don't have to like threaten right off the bat, but it's like, hey, we're going to threaten the first email and then we're going to threaten the second email. And then it's like, what do you think? Do you really think like, granted, there are going to be some people that are like, yeah, I'm not sending that thing back. That's on them. You messed up. Now,
By the way,
granted,
people have had it in hand for 3 months before
For
this
real?
email went out. Yeah.
wow. So my thing is like, it's not on the customer. If people are like, no, I don't want to send it back, it's your mess up. Hey, man. But then to threaten that they will charge them, that's almost, I don't know if that is illegal.
It is.
But I'm pretty sure that is an unauthorized charge.
It's
You
both.
can't do that.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can't do that. So
So hold on.
Yeah.
I went through it. This is the consumer.ftc.gov, Federal Trade Commission, right?
Uh-huh.
It says your rights when you get unordered merchandise. By law, companies can't send unordered merchandise to you, then demand payment. That means you never have to pay for things you get but didn't order. You also don't need to return unordered merchandise. You're legally entitled to keep it as a free gift. There it is.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yep. So.
Hmm.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's a bad, and that here's the thing. It's like we're in the social media age. Like you didn't think that this was gonna blow up. You didn't think that sending out threats was gonna backfire on you, dude. And I'm not trying to knock toy collectors. I mean, listen, toy collectors, we tend to voice our opinion and say what's on our mind and complain a lot.
Guilty.
So it's like you thought like this was okay. And again, NECA's been around for so long. It's like, dude, like if this was a new company, okay, they're learning the ropes. But dude, to be able to send it twice, like a threat twice, it's like, dude, that's your mess up. That's your mess up. Put it this way. It'd be like if I said, okay, the siege torsos, the siege went out. Hey, the siege went out. We're getting the new torso in, but you have to pay for the torso and pay for shipping. They'd be like, what? People be like, wait, what? What? No. The factory messed up because I approved the FEP. They messed up. They're not only paying for the new torsos, but I'm being reimbursed for all the shipping to send them out to all the customers. So it's like, I'm not losing out. Factory's losing out. That's their mess up. You mess up, that's your mess up. Like, if I sent out extra Vanguards, I'd be like, I'm eating that. That's our mess up. I'll just have to dock the person that messed up or fire that person or whatever. It's not on the customer. The customer, you messed up. You messed up. It's like, could you imagine if Hasbro did this? If Hasbro was like, yeah, we're going to charge you. You send that back to us. And it's just like, dude, not cool, man. Like this, not cool. This is going to be, NECA's going to have a hole to dig themselves out of with this one.
Oh,
Because
especially good.
Now, let me tell you something. If I were the fans, I would lead a revolt and I wouldn't send anyone who got it, don't send it back. That's on them. That's on NECA. Like, don't send it back. That's their mess up. They sent you a label. That's on them. They pay for it. You didn't ask them to send you an extra one. Okay, well, you're not bound by law to send that back. You didn't steal that merchandise. That merchandise was just sent to you in error. Can't do an unauthorized charge. Maybe get your shipping shit together and maybe don't send multiples out to people.
I mean, honestly, take the L.
Take the L.
You got to. I mean, you can ask for it back. Don't threaten anyone. Ask for it back. You might get lucky. And you definitely get some back. But
had they not threatened people twice?
Oh,
I bet you they would have got a bunch of people saying, "Cool, no problem, no problem."
Yeah.
But if I were a NECA customer and I got that and I'm like, I've been buying your shit for 10 years and you're gonna threaten to not to ban me from buying your stuff again? Like, really, dude?
Especially
Really?
if you've been buying for 10 years, you definitely got a pile of broken figures from them.
Could you imagine
You know?
the rash of shit that I would get from the haters if I said I was gonna ban people from buying? Like, listen, I know I tried to crack down on the scalpers, but at the end of the day, it's like it's a losing battle. But they still, at the end of the day, I got their, they're paying for it. I got their money. It's like if they want to sell something for $10 more or $20 more when I have it in my store for the same price, all right, that's on them, man. I can't control that. But
yeah,
you can't like do certain things. It's a bad look, man. And it's not just us talking about it. You're gonna have other people talking about it, because you can't do this, man. You can't threaten people and then say you're gonna charge them for something that they messed up on.
we're one of the last toy channels to talk about this. This has been the talk of toy YouTube for the past week or so.
Well, when did this happen?
Earlier this week, I heard about it.
Okay.
Probably Monday or I don't know. But yeah, It's been going on for a few days. And then the third email went out. It just went out. I just got it.
Oh, there's a third email that went out?
Yeah, NECA sent this email. Said, "Hello, Jack. We're done asking nicely. Cocksucker. Return the box or receive a bullet. TikTok, asshole. NECA." Wow, NECA, I think you might have gone really too far with this one. This is wild. Okay, this is not real. This is a meme that I found.
Parody.
I mean, the memes.
Parody.
Listen, the memes have been flowing, dude.
I bet they have.
They've been great. I mean, look at this one. Yeah, I mean, we love this one. This one. I wish I could credit everyone that made these, but they get passed around so much.
Remember the Hasbro Pinkerton things? Dude, the memes were flowing.
They were great. They were great, man. This one, yeah. So good. I think Jeremy made this one. Please send back your extra Donnie Lab. Me. Never.
Never.
No.
No, I don't.
No, I don't think I will.
That's a good one.
Oh, they're so good. But wait, there's more. Now, hold on. First, we got a lot of super chats. Brian Dillingham, thank you so much for the super chat, man. Appreciate you as always. Jeff W.
What did
with
I
the $10.
say? I said I only had an hour.
I know, we're going to get through it real fast. He says, Ryan, maybe we were just behind on new marketing strategies. Take products you didn't order and pay us or we sue you. What a business model. Agreed, Jeff, and thank you so much. Robert Diaz, thank you so much. The lab is going for $450 or to $600 on eBay. Good luck with getting those dials back for a measly $100 store credit. I thought $300 was too much. Yeah, who's paying $600 for that thing?
Yeah,
that's crazy. Thank you, Robert. A World Made Cardboard. John, good to see you, man. Hope you're doing okay. He says, I finally can watch this epic live stream live. Concussion is getting better. Don't fall into a 5 foot deep utility trench and hit your head on a manhole.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, he got hurt. I'm glad that you can watch live again, and I'm glad you're recovering. Our thoughts are with you, bud. Take care. And then one from... God damn it, where is it? There it is. Articulated Ninja Reviews. My question for Mr. Vala is how many people are getting fired at Valaverse headquarters if this shipping mistake happens? We as your fans wouldn't return shit.
It would take a lot. Jordan had a little run where he messed up some things on Series 2 and he had a very unpleasant talking to. Mark messed up something very bad when he first started, and he got a very stern talking to about it. You usually don't get a second, let alone third strike with me. I'm very much not that I'm a hard person to work for, but every job I ever had, tell me how to do something once, I'm either going to take notes or I'll remember it. It's like, if I show you how to do something and I take the time to show you how to do something and then you mess it up or don't do it my way, I'm going to be really effing pissed at you. So I remember Mark was starting and I was showing him something. I said, so you're going to write this down? Oh yeah. And he went and grabbed the notebook. But it's like a pet peeve of mine is when I go to a restaurant and the server is taking your order and then not writing it down and then comes back and says, what was that side you wanted with that? I get really pissed. It's like, there's nothing wrong with having a little notepad. They did it back in the 60s and 70s, 80s, and 90s. All of a sudden, the 2000s hit, and servers thought, I got a photographic memory, but I'll ask you a second and third time. So I'm not hard to work for. It's just I expect a certain level of work out of people.
Sure.
I show you to do something. I tell you how to do it. I don't want you to take what I tell you and then say, okay, but that's like a loose interpretation. I'm going to do it my way. My name is on the door. You do it my way. I don't care if you think your way is better. I'm paying you. My way is the way. So no one's really, you'd have to really mess up bad.
Yeah.
But again, if you mess up multiple times, you're out.
You remember that behind the scenes guy?
I'm the behind the scenes guy.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah, he's on thin ice now, right?
He's actually one of the rare people that has gotten more than 2 strikes, I think.
All right. So, wait, there's more. The story of NECA is not over yet, because then we can go to Twitter and we see our old friend Veebs asking about his dio, his sewer lab. He has not got his sewer lab yet, and he's panicking. He lost the email associated with his account. He was told he cannot change it. He's just checking. He's asking everyone on Twitter. And here is NECA employee Blainer things. Now listen, please do not contact any of the people that will be discussed here. Do not harass them. Leave them alone. Okay? We're just talking about what happened. Don't harass them. Blainer says, let's hope it's not with one of the people bragging about not giving it to its rightful collector who paid for it. Hopefully the collector community is kinder and stronger than that.
Stop it.
This is where I need a drink.
And like, Veebs really boo-hoo. Like, oh, I thought you'd get free stuff by now. Or you like, you know, Artemis complaining that you're not getting free stuff. And then you get free stuff and then you complain about it even some more.
I'm pretty sure Veebs is going to get this dio. Okay, you'll be fine, dude.
Or anyway, is that just Super 7 that sends free stuff to Veebs? I don't know. Anyway, so it goes on, and people in the comments start roasting Veebs. This guy, Rikun Zero, he says, Blainer, I don't know if this is the proper avenue. I had a question regarding his Donnie Lab that he pre-ordered a while back. There's a lot of speculation going online, and I just wanted to see if I still have a chance of getting a diorama delivered. As you can see, the tweet was deleted. Blainer things went back to delete tweets today, actually. He says, same here. I ordered 2, one for each sewer dio. This guy, Ash, comes in. No, should we? I don't know if you might have said it. Can we explain to people who Blainer things is?
Yeah, he's a toy. Per his Twitter bio, he's a toy designer at NECA.
Okay.
He says, as long as your fellow collectors find the humanity in their community, I'm sure everyone will get theirs.
I love the guys, the holier than thou guys that come in the toy community thinking like, it's all sunshine and rainbows and like everything. Yeah. Like, dude, no, NECA fucked up. It shouldn't be like, hey, be fellow collectors and return that stuff, like, so that I can get mine too.
Yeah.
Man, go take it up with NECA.
This guy, Ode to Ash, I followed him for this one. He was just going in on Blainer. He says, nice, emotionally manipulative response to deflect the blame from your company onto the community. You obviously are unwilling and or unable to order more units and want to shift blame. You sent them out incorrectly. You fix it. Humanity, in quotes, be an adult and accept responsibility, which legally they have to.
That's a great response.
Legally, they have to, because no one has to send this dio back if they don't want to. He says, and then he gaslights and says, where is blame deflected? Dude, really? Stop it. Where was responsibility not accepted in your tweet? You didn't say nothing about it's our fault. The company made a mistake in incorrectly shipping items. Who's denying that? Well, you didn't address that. All you addressed was the collectors that you incorrectly shipped them to. I mean, I like this Ash guy.
Yeah, that
I don't
was
know who he is,
perfect
but
response.
yeah.
Nicely
So
done,
that was
Nicely done.
Blainer thinks has since deleted this. Oh, but wait, there's still more, and this is where it gets spicy. This is where it kind of goes off the rails. Stick with us, okay?
Ooh,
You know the drink for this.
glad I showed up for this show.
Instagram user Inhaled Farts. I'm sure many of you follow him. He's been part of the toy community for many, many years. He's also part of the team behind Brutal Realm, which successfully funded on Kickstarter earlier this year. He has had a highlighted reel on his Instagram for quite some time with screenshots of a situation that happened with Blainer Things and a 14-year-old boy on Instagram. This is all allegedly. This is what he said to me in DMs, and he sent me the screenshots. And so I'll let everyone make up their own minds. I'm not making accusations. I'm just showing what I was sent. These are the DMs allegedly between Blainer Things and a 14-year-old boy who said it was okay to use his name. His name is Jordan. He's from Malaysia or Indonesia. I forget. But he was 14 at the time. This is 2019. He is an adult now. He's 19. He has since left the toy community. There it is on the screen. I'll let you guys read that. Well, I could read it out loud. He says, "Pa." Oh, yeah, thanks. He says, "Why? I'm 14. Hope you knew that." Blainer says, allegedly, "Why? What did you not want? I'm sorry." And then this guy, Jordan, says, "Want what? Haha, gym photos are as literal as they can be. Not asking for anything." Another screenshot from Inhaled Farts. He's kind of calling all this into question. He says, "What photos did you share? Blainer Things, why are you sharing vanishing photos with a 14-year-old boy?" There's the photo that he sent, the 14-year-old boy. Blaine then sent a topless pic of himself in bed, smirking with the caption, "I want to see more of you." That's what this says here. Jordan responds with, "Yeah, cool ass tat. Which one?" Inhaled Fart says, "Where are those tattoos on your body?" Okay. Again, Inhaled Fart says he found out he was 14 and then said, "Oh, wait, you didn't want?" Let's play devil's advocate. If you were hitting on someone and then found out they were 14, would this be your reaction?
Quite disturbing.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know. Like, obviously this is speculative, and this was just shared with you. But if this is the case, it's pretty disturbing.
Inhaled Farts put the caption, "What about holy F? You're 14. What am I doing?" So his handle was the Blab Nonstop. The account is still up, but he's since abandoned it. He's left the toy community allegedly because of what's happened here with Blaine. He says, "Things I took out of the conversation between me and Blaine." He is still dubbing it as a misunderstanding, in quotes, maybe because of communication and a language barrier. He says, "I speak perfect English." Okay. He says he's taking legal action because I defamed him and exposed him / publicized it, and it was something he didn't do. He goes on, he compared the photo I sent of me and my friend in the gym to the photo he sent and the caption to each other, and said it was the same thing because he never asked for any photos, which is invalid because the photo I sent out was literally so to the point and straight up innocent. He started the convo with, "What's up?" I sent a gym photo. Jim was, "What's up?" at that point. His photo could be interpreted in many ways. He said he didn't know about my age. He didn't know I was 14. Two things. It would only matter if you know what you're doing is wrong. Secondly, he had said to me before, "Young and talented photographer." So you're so talented for such a young kid, in quotes. So that's what he said, allegedly.
Okay.
He
So
referred.
He kind of connected with him because he was a toy photographer.
Yeah, this 14-year-old boy. But yeah, he said, "You're so talented for such a young kid." He goes on, "I don't have the photo, so it doesn't matter. That's the only thing he's going by now." These are all Jordan's words. You can still see this, I believe, in his Instagram story, the blab nonstop. It's normal. It's normal for him to send photos like that out because he does it all the time, and it's always on his story. Okay, bro, but I was 14 and you asked to see more of me. So I believe Jordan put all this out when he was 16. Says he feels I invalidated the fact that he kept so calm and content and respected my space and apologized for making me feel uncomfortable just because I got a little factual and aggressive. Then he says, in quotes, "Why was a 14-year-old sending me photos?" A question he apparently asked himself. He says, "We had many friendly interactions before that, like I only interacting with him a little while before once or twice." Okay. Blainer's response, this was from, I believe, a screenshot of his Instagram story. This caption up top is from Inhaled Farts. It says, "Twist what? Show your screen captures of the conversation if it's different from what has been shared." Blainer Things says, "Thank you all. I have been made aware that people are attempting to twist words and interactions to slander my name." Okay. "I tried to be respectful as it's terrifying to walk life as a gay man with homophobic stigmas and stereotypes where, unfortunately, there will always be people out to get you. I tried to reach out respectfully and keep people's feelings in mind, but I'm trying to be baited for something I didn't do, and I will take legal action. I appreciate you all." And then the caption at the bottom, "And when you say you guys are scheming this all out," in quotes, "it becomes apparent what's happening." Next screenshot, it contains another one from Blainer, the same one we just read, and the responses from the victim. He says, "Blaine talks about me and community twisting his words. I don't understand why he's saying we're out to get him based on homophobic stigmas when there's a difference between all that and his actions as a predator." Not my words, someone else's. It's not even related. Justin Case chimed in and gives his thoughts. He says, "Telling someone who may be a victim and definitely feels victimized that this is, quote, embarrassing, feels as though you're trying to silence them. Pretty weird, dude. Also, this has nothing to do with anyone's sexuality. This looks very much like predatory behavior. And in a community where people take pictures of friggin' toys, that's something that should not be taken lightly. I understand seeing both sides and reserving judgment, but I can't condone someone trying to silence a person that feels wronged. Get help, pal." Already saw that one. And so over here on the Foosh, they posted a picture. This was at a con somewhere. You got Randy Falk, Veebs, and Blainer Things. And Inhaled Fart's comment here was deleted, and they turned off comments. It says, Inhaled Fart says, the username. Inhaled Farts, you got to change that to something else. He says, Blainer Things sent a shirtless photo of himself to a kid who we knew was underage, and written on that photo was the statement requesting to see more of him. Blainer runs NECA's social media and has successfully blocked anyone. And just to be clear, I did pull up that Instagram post. It is still there on the Foosh, and comments are turned off, and there are no comments on it. So, there's that. And then this is from Inhaled Fart Stories, where he says, comments have now been muted on this post. He says, "Thank you to everyone who has spoken out and made their voices heard when it comes to this person in our community." Excuse me. He says, "I have posted a good portion of the evidence of his," that word, which I don't want to say on YouTube, on my page in highlights. Okay. Not my words. And then there's, more comments on Blainer's post. This is the post where he says, recently some false accusations came out against me to have me, quote, canceled. Please read above for the true and full account of what actually happened. Please be respectful to the person involved. Inhaled Farts is asking for clarification. Other people are chiming in. Blainer thing says he's trying to justify how he referred to Jordan as a, quote, young kid, and then said he didn't know his age. He says, I don't mind showing that as, well, first let me say, Inhale Farts requested him to show proof of the timeline where he said, and I quote, you're so talented for such a young kid, since you didn't know his age. Blainer Things responds with, no, I don't mind showing that, as the term was even used by someone in his post comments to refer to me as a kid. I call anyone under the age of 30 kid. Got lots of convo receipts for that too. Like I said, lots of stupidity on my part, but did the right thing when I found out. I have not seen those posts, so I can't confirm what Blainer Things is saying here. And Hell Farts responds to that with, Blainer Things, yeah, but you specifically added the adjective young in front of kid, so take that bullshit somewhere else. And Hell Farts goes in strong, and he doesn't pull back, man. Not at all. Geek Nerd Collector says, I've went back and read both sides of the story, and it still comes to one conclusion. You sexually harassed a minor. Sorry, but I want to see more of you, and sending a topless in bed photo is considered sexual harassment. I mean, what if someone were to send a one of our female collectors in the community a topless picture while in bed, and then request to see more of them? How would that go over, do you think? Probably not well. No, that would be real bad, right? And then Blainer Thing says, I'm so sorry you feel that way. Please go back and read. I very much acknowledge his perceived experience. Wow. And try very hard not to invalidate his feelings. Thanks. Not harassment. And key factor is not knowing he was a kid. Simple as that. I respect how that makes you feel.
So he is kind of acknowledging the situation that happened.
Yes, he is acknowledging, the DMs that happened. Geek Nerd Collector says, no, what you're doing right now is turning the blame to the victim and making excuses for the shit you have said. Also, deleted messages. That's a huge red, and then it's cut off. Probably said red flag. Let's see here. This one, I don't care to read this one. It's unimportant. Kit Bash Customs chimes in and says, dude, really going to try and backpedal out of a situation like he's not in the wrong period. You sent unsolicited pics to a minor, and dude even told you he was, and you kept going. Stop the cap emoji. You not even acknowledging the fact that you scared a kid off the hobby he's supposed to come to for fun and support. I'm not buying this woe is me shit you're spewing at all. And plus, you're not even showing the whole conversation. There's also a huge difference in can I see your face and I want to see more. I would never talk to a 14-year-old child on the internet in DMs, ever.
Right? Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
And if I found an adult talking to my 14-year-old boy in DMs, which my kid doesn't have DMs, right? That's not going to go over well. And then this is Go ahead.
No, I'm like, okay, so he runs NECA's social media, so he can kind of control all this. But it's I
don't know if he does. That's what someone said.
Like, this has to get back to other people at NECA. Like, this isn't something you can just sweep under the carpet. My thing is, if this happened, like in anyone's job or anything like that, I don't think this person would be allowed to manage social media or any aspect of that. If, like, put it this way, if something was brought to my attention that something happened with one of my workers, I would talk to them and I'd be like, all right, well, listen, until this all gets ironed out, I can't have you here. Can't have you here. Like, this is not okay. This is not okay. I know it's like, the innocent until proven guilty kind of thing, but it's like we live in a different time now where it's like,
I'm not taking the chance here.
I'm not saying I'm okay with like the like you're guilty right off the bat until proven innocent. It's like, But at the same time, you can't have your company being represented by someone that's has something going on like that. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Jordan was, these are DMs that Jordan had with Inhaled Farts where he did give permission to share his name. Otherwise, I wouldn't even say it. Right. I wouldn't say the victim's name. But he is 19 now. He is an adult. So there's that. And is there anything else here worth reading? They're talking about toy photography. He says, I want to get back into it, dude, but as a kid here, I just don't feel confident because I feel like I could get taken advantage of. That's what Jordan says. So he left the toy photography world because of this situation.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
But I'm like, why? Was like he getting harassed by pro NECA people? You know, like I wonder like what the story is there. You know, because it's like if he's an adult now, it's like why? You know, like, you know, why would he feel that he has to leave? You know, the kind of the toy photography community over that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, if you're a kid and you're sexually harassed online.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he was the one that decided to put this out there, you know, and then Inhaled Farts caught wind of it. And it's still, all of these screen caps, well, most of them are in a highlighted reel on his Instagram. So there it is. You know, the guy that's allegedly doing all this is moralizing that you should send the Dio back. Yeah.
Jesus.
I don't know. I'd probably not do that.
Guys, you should keep your dial. Let them try to charge you. Let me tell you something. Let them try to charge you. You say that's a fraudulent claim. That's going to be bad because if NECA then gets hit with a bunch of fraudulent charges, like their business could get like, I don't know, shut down. But you know, I'm sure something could happen to them in that case where it's just like, you know, you're charging a bunch of people for like unauthorized charges. Like you can't do that. I just like to like I'm still like in shock that they wrote that those two emails and they let those go out like that. Like you didn't have anybody look at that. You didn't want to proofread that. Like you didn't, you know.
It's wild.
Not good.
John Papa Sergio, thank you so much. He says, imagine a company so full of themselves to think they have customers by the balls enough to ban their highest paying customers for their own mistake. I mean, look, every turtle line they do, they've gone deep into. Like, I think myself, I could be done with turtle figures and be good, you know, from NECA. There's not a lot, you know, of new characters that I absolutely have to have for my displays. You know what I mean? So NECA doesn't have me by the balls. Right. Thank you, John Papa Sergio. I hope you get your Johnny 5 one day from NECA.
I mean, here's the thing. What did it cost retail? $300. So they're willing to eat, say, 120 of the 300. I don't know what that thing costs to make, but it's like an easier route would be like, you know what? Just have those people keep it, reimburse the people that you don't have enough for, order more from the factory, and then say, hey, they came in, keep a list of the people you reimbursed, offer it to them first, and then put the rest up. That's the right way of doing it. So it's like you'd be losing the same amount of money and you'd look better if you did it that way rather than this look now, because you're losing what you're losing now is astronomical compared to what you would have lost if you had to reimburse those people.
Right. Totally. Big Time Nerd, thank you for the super chat. He says, could this have been a disgruntled employee? Probably not, because there was multiple emails after the first one went out. There was people making content on it on YouTube. It was blowing up. I mean, you can go to the comments, and if they haven't deleted them, there was people roasting them in the comments on their social media. So I think this was like approved and planned by the.
Well, I wish there was a way we can kind of. I don't want to like spam our own comment section, but it's like I would love if you got an email to like let us know, like, hey, I got an email. I want to know like a kind of a close, you know, sampling of how many people got this email. Like how many of these went out?
Yeah, that'd be interesting to find that out. All right, Fossatino, and I know you got limited time, Bobby. Fossatino93, thank you for the super chat. Trying to strike a chord, and it's probably a minor. Thank you, Fossatino93. Zekeverse, thanks for the member chat. He says this catastrophe was perpetuated by NECA. Agreed. Marquise Dena, thanks for the super chat. Blainer, the type of guy to have a Pops collection. Thank you, Marquise Dena.
Hey, man,
another one.
Leave Pops out of it. If you guys didn't see my video today, I had a hot take on Pops today. I'm surprised. I got to see the comments, see if I'm getting roasted about that one.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, Pops are. I mean, what? I don't collect them, but whatever. Fossatino93, thank you so much. Let's be real, Bobby. If this happened to us in a regular job, we would be fired ASAP. The fact Randy forgave this asshole made me lose respect to NECA. I don't know if Randy's in charge of employee. I don't know.
NECA is owned by another company, I believe.
Yeah.
At least I was told that. I'm pretty I always thought that Randy was the owner, but I don't think he is. I think he runs it, but it's owned by another parent company, I believe.
It's the same company that owns Graceland.
Oh, that's what it was. That's what I heard.
Yeah. I forget the name, but and then Articulated Ninja Reviews. Thank you so much. He says, honestly, I want to see more is wild small convo. Saying hi to a fan, being polite is fine, but continuing to engage and then with pics as well, shake my head. It's weird. It's weird situation. All right. Now, there was more news, thank you, Ninja, about Hasbro. First, there was this. Thank you to the Reflector Files for posting this. Hasbro stops financing movie projects. Speaking to Bloomberg, Hasbro CEO Chris Cox states that the toy giant will stop co-financing movie projects. Mr. Cox is leading the company through a challenging transition, focusing on video games and digital entertainment to offset declining toy sales and underperforming movie ventures. It's too bad Transformers 1 failed because it was pretty good.
That's what I heard.
A gamer at heart, Chris Cox joined Hasbro in 2016, overseeing the rapid growth of the Wizards of the Coast division, which produces Magic the Gathering and Dungeons & Dragons. The company highlights that Transformers 1 underperformed financially. Under his leadership, Hasbro is investing heavily in gaming, including licensing hits like Monopoly Go and Baldur's Gate 3. Nowhere here is toys mentioned. So there's that. And then also, there is Hasbro is being sued. Hasbro Incorporated sued for securities law violations. Allegations. Here we go. Allegations. According to the filed complaint, it's alleged that defendants made numerous materially false and misleading statements and omissions about the quality inventory that Hasbro held throughout the class period. The class period being February 7th, 2022 to October 25th, 2023. We see a lot of that product dumped at Ollie's.
Yep.
It goes on and represented that its rising inventory levels reflected outstanding and anticipated demand rather than excess supply that outpaced waning demand. As a result of the foregoing, Hasbro common stock traded at artificially inflated prices throughout the class period, and defendant statements about the company's business operations and prospects were materially misleading and or lacked reasonable basis. So they lied. They lied to their investors according to the allegations here.
Yeah. I was talking with an insider friend of mine about this, because we're actually both shareholders in this company. But it's like, you see what Funko did. Funko was very open, said, yeah, we're destroying product, because it's like, what can you do? You got to destroy that stuff. If it's not selling, okay, we'll take the loss and destroy it, and that's it. Hasbro, I had heard after I left that there were tons of warehouses filled with excess Marvel stock. And look, we see it, like, it's no secret, guys. Look at Ollie's. I mean, and the thing is, though, that stuff at Ollie's, it's not like that stuff's selling. No one cares about it, Eternals for $6. Like, no one cares. So you're trying to push the stock off on Ollie's, but it's still not even selling there. So they're probably sitting on a ton of this stuff, but it's like, you got to report that stuff. You have to. You know, me as a shareholder, it's like, you're lying to me, you know? But I'm small potatoes compared to the people that invest, millions in this company. So it's like, good. They should be sued. They should. Like, you can't just do this stuff and like think you can get away with it. You know, and I'm like, here we go, Bobby talking about Hasbro again. Guys, I want my Hasbro stock to go up. That's what you dumb shits don't understand. I have a financial investment in Hasbro.
Mm-hmm.
My opinions on them have nothing to do with that. My opinions on them because they do stupid shit all the time. But I want them to succeed because I want to make money off of them. What don't you get? What don't you get? So, but when they do stuff like this, look, you know, I can't wait. Ryan knows there's something I can't wait till I'm able to talk about with Hasbro, but it just goes to show how dumb they are. Like, this is, when I'm able to tell the story, you're gonna be like, wow, they're that dumb. Yeah, they're that dumb. But you know, man, you can't just expect people like lie to your shareholders, and but it's also like, guys, we see it all the time. For those of you that are savvy enough to actually read between the lines, not just say Bobby's shitting on Hasbro. I love G.I. Joe. Wah. Like, when they do their quarterly statements and they're like, yeah, like, we were only down 17%, but the market said we were going to be down 20. So that's a win for us. Like, no, man. No, you're still down 17%. Like, you're still in the shitter. Like, just because the market had you down a little more doesn't mean it's a win for you. Like, and then when they come out with these stories the day of or the day before the earnings reports, trying to show Hasbro in this really positive light, guys, they're all paid off. They're all paid off. When Hasbro would win, Hasbro wins or is on the top 10 list for most ethical companies year after year. Look at what they do to people that work there. You think that's ethical? I'll put it in easier terms for you G.I. Joe fans out there, because I know you guys are so upset about John Warden. Oh, John Warden, let's give him money that he doesn't need, which I could go on for 6 hours about that one. You guys all got upset about John Warden. Well, did it make you mad enough to get mad at Hasbro? Oh, no, surely not. No. Oh, that's so sad what happened to John Warden. Why don't you go after the company that did it to him? I don't see that. No, you still need your G.I. Joes, though, right? Dude, they're an unethical company. So this shadiness, this lying is like, of course, they're up to the same old tricks. But now they got caught with their hand in the cookie jar. Hopefully this something comes out of this. I haven't gotten any emails. Usually, like, because I'm a shareholder, I usually get emails of when lawsuits are filed and this sort of thing. But me as a shareholder, maybe I'll get something out of this, because they lied to me as a shareholder.
Yeah, I mean, you can register for this class action lawsuit at this link. I'll send this to you. You got until January 13th, 2025.
Send to me. I'll see if I got any claim to that.
Yeah, you might.
Because I was still buying Hasbro stock from 2020 till like 6 months ago. So
yeah. I mean, there you go.
But I'm also a current shareholder, so it would affect me even if I own stock from 2018 till now, because they lied on the earnings reports recently.
Yeah. There was also a situation that we were made aware of at New York Comic Con at the Hasbro booth. Do you want to talk about that?
Oh, I do. Well,
So-
I'm gonna preface because I wanted to give my hot take on this because I knew we were going to talk about it, and I knew that people were going to be like, "See, Bobby was wrong. They're not losing the license," because all of a sudden, what?
Well, if you want to lead with that, I'll bring up the tweet.
Yeah, lead with that. Lead with that. So,
Okay.
guys, Dan came out. Oh, we're already cooking on 2026. Just an FYI. It's like, okay, maybe you are, maybe you aren't. But everyone's like, "See, Bobby's wrong." Guys, I didn't say I said multiple things and I gave my theories, but I also said that they're probably going to keep the Marvel license. But also, keep talking about Legends. It's like, what about kid product? Bet you're not going to keep all that. Maybe you guys should ask Dan to clarify. Is that just Legends? Is that kid? Is that role play? What are you keeping? What are you losing? Also, the official contracts have never been released on when the official last date of the contract was up. They may just have it till 2026. That might be the ending date. And what part of 2026? Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4? Guys, there's a lot. This is very open-ended. So I'm going to dismantle this, Dan, because I've got a bone to pick with you, Dan. So a little something happened at New York. It was New York Comic Con, right?
Yeah.
Now, I like Dan. I've said I like Dan because Dan's I like his edginess, which normally Hasbro employees aren't allowed to have.
Me too. I do like it.
I think if I were still there, Dan and I would get along really well. But we would also be like, I don't think they'd like the two of us together. But Dan did something at New York Comic Con that I was made aware of, and it didn't sit well with me. So
this is what we were told.
This is what I was told. I was only told one side.
We can't confirm, and we have one side.
There's no video. I'm only going by a person's story that they told me.
Right.
But they confirmed that it was Dan that said this to them. So, person who is a fan of Valaverse and Action Force was representing us by wearing either a Valaverse shirt or an Action Force shirt to New York Comic Con. And they went to the Hasbro booth, and they were told by Dan, "Why are you wearing that shirt here?" Or something along those lines. Something along those lines.
He walked into the booth.
Yeah.
And he said, Boog Nice cursed him out for wearing a Valaverse shirt.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is his claim.
That piece of garbage. I mean, no one really cares about him, but
And I'll call him Jay for short. The guy in the Valaverse shirt. I'll call him Jay because I don't know if he wants me to say who he is, but he says he was mad and I told him he's a fake gangsta from Brooklyn. That's what he told the Boog. And then he said, Dan grilled me like the type of looks can kill type. So Dan Yoon gave him a look.
But I think, he told me Dan said something about his shirt.
Yeah, he was like, really, you're wearing that shirt? Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
A Valaverse shirt. Yeah.
Now, if that is the case, again, I'm only hearing one side. I haven't been told either way. I haven't seen proof or video or anything like that. So I'm going only by what this one person said. But if that's the case, Dan, not okay. Because when you go after my fans, I get very, very upset. Now, I'm sure you could say, well, Bobby, you go after my fans. You bet your ass I do. So you can get upset too. But I'm just letting you know that I'm made aware of this and I'm not happy about it.
It's fair.
Yeah. So it's fair. Now, Ryan Ting would know better. Dwight would know better. But come on, Dan. Not okay. Also, it's just like, you're a company man representing that company at that big show. For you to call out another fan who's in your booth for wearing that shirt, like if someone was wearing a Mattel shirt would you say the same thing? Why would you feel the need to single out that person?
Well, probably because you talk a massive amount of shit about Hasbro.
I do talk a massive amount of shit.
Yeah.
But again, Dan, you're a company man. You're a company man. I can do it. I own my own company, and I'm not at that company anymore, and I can do whatever I want. I don't know if you have that same liberty. But also, just remember, Dan, how many people actually retire from Hasbro? I know you're a company man. You got to toe the company line. You're doing this for the company. But just remember, they get everyone in the end. So eventually, that loyalty is going to be misplaced. So just a heads up. Listen, man, there are some people that do retire. I think it's like 0.2% of
Mark
people.
Boudreau is the exception to the rule.
Yeah,
I mean, they got John Warden. They canned him.
They get you all in the end. So just saying, man, just saying, don't leave my fans alone. Yes, I'm going to still go after your fans though, but leave my fans alone.
Hey, listen,
Okay?
no one said anything to me and my wife when we walked in the Hasbro booth wearing Valaverse gear.
Yeah, that's right. How come you didn't give Ryan shit? Huh? How come you
No, Dan, me and Dan are cool, I think, up to this point. Maybe not anymore. But he's always been cordial, and I've been cordial with him, and, it was cool meeting him it was fine. It was it's nothing. It's fine. But if he wants to say, no, I'm kidding. But Jay goes on. This is his experience. This is what he said was his experience at New York Comic Con, and I have no reason not to believe him. But I can't confirm because I wasn't there. Let me say that. But he said he told Boog, make sure you record what you said and the face you made, since you want to be big mad for me wearing a Valaverse shirt and showing love and support to Action Force. That's what he said.
I mean, listen.
That's what he said.
They're just mad. They're mad I'm around. Like they wanted desperately. They wanted so much for me not to still be here. 5 years later, I bet they're just like, they're so mad. Like, he's still around and he's still selling stuff. And it's like, I had to send my numbers, my sales numbers and stuff like that to something that's cooking in the works. And I was looking and I'm like, that's what I did year 1. That's what I did year 2. That's what I did year 3. And the units, like the amount of items I produced, have gone up every single year. And my sales have gone up every single year. And I'm like, guess we ain't shutting them lights off anytime soon. So it's like, they're just mad. They're mad I'm still around. But it's like, leave people alone. They're supporting Valaverse and Action Force because they like toys. Okay? They like toys. Leave them alone.
Just to be, there's some comments in the chat, and I love you guys. Just to be clear, I'm not like trying to be some kind of tough guy at all.
Yeah, and listen, 90% of this to Dan is just me having fun.
Yeah,
it's just me out. I have no ill will towards Dan. Again, I like Dan. But I had to call him out a little bit.
When you guys, and those that have met me know, when you meet me, I mean, I'm smiling. I'm a teddy bear. I'm not trying to put out any kind of vibe about, being a tough guy. Not at all. Unless it's BMAC. Unless it's BMAC and he wants to fight me. Right? Bobby, you got my back, right? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. So that was that. I mean, I don't know if you wanted to comment any more on Hasbro not promoting movies or Hasbro's lawsuit.
When they had what was his name? Brian Goldner. When they had Goldner was very entertainment heavy. And you could see like they don't believe in the entertainment anymore. I mean, if I were them, I wouldn't believe in the entertainment either, because it's like everything they make sucks. Snake Eyes sucks. It's like this Transformers is bombing. It's like there's just something not resonating here. And they don't care to put the effort into it. So it's like, look, getting rid of Power Rangers. Look, they're getting to the point where the Power Rangers thing was such a bad deal. They just sold a bunch of memorabilia. So it's like, they want nothing to do with that brand, but they realize it has some sort of value, but they don't know what to do with it. So we'll give it to Playmates. Let someone else do it. But look how much stuff is going out to other companies. We never saw Hasbro licensing their stuff out to other companies, 5 years ago. Now all of a sudden everyone's doing it, and Hasbro's promoting it on their site. It's like, you're a toy company that doesn't want to do toys. You want to focus on Wizards of the Coast and digital gaming? Like, what digital game are you doing that's really that good? So it's like, listen, man, I should probably sell my stock because it's going to just go down the shitter anyway.
Listen,
bad moves.
I heard from my guy, and I don't think I've talked to you about this yet, but Chris Cox he wants to sell the toy division of Hasbro. Did I tell you that?
Doesn't surprise me.
It's crazy.
Doesn't surprise me.
Like, they want to go digital and gaming, like full on.
The thing I wonder though, it's like, how could they even, like, say they wanted to sell the whole toy division? I'm like, who would have the capital to take on the whole toy division? Unless they want to just piece it out and this and that. But guys, like, the writing's on the wall, man.
I do want to say real quick. We have 760 people watching right now. Thank you guys all so much for tuning in. Hit that like button. Please subscribe. Follow on Twitter. There's 130 people watching on Twitter right now, on X. So thank you so much, man. X is taking off. Like, people are watching on X. It's like the next, I think it's going to be the next video sharing streaming platform.
Blake, I don't agree. I definitely do not agree. Mattel does not have the capital to be able to take on. If Hasbro were to get rid of their whole toy division, you're talking, billions. Mattel doesn't have that. Mattel is doing decently well. I have Mattel stock also. It's going up a little, but Mattel definitely could not take on the entire toy portfolio. You got to remember, and I'm not trying to say this, negatively, but I think people in the collector community tend to forget that Hasbro is more than just collector stuff. They have, Littlest Pet Shop. They have Play-Doh. There's so much kid product and so many divisions. Nerf, it's more than just collector. Yeah, that's what banks are for. You think a bank is going to lend Mattel billions of dollars? I just don't. I don't agree. I don't think they have it. I don't think they could do it. It would have to go to some sort of private equity firm, and then that private equity firm would then maybe hire or license to someone like a Mattel to do it, but that private equity firm would still own the toy division, and then Mattel would just produce the stuff if that were to happen. But I just don't agree, and I don't think Mattel could take on that portfolio with the capital they have.
Yeah. All right. Well, I know, Bobby, your time is limited. You got to get going soon. You got about 10 minutes left. So let's get through some super chats, and then we'll cut you loose and
Sure.
Wrap this up. Cool. All right. 49er Brian, thank you so much. He says, on a brighter note, got my notification for Trigger, Cavalry, and Heads pack coming. I appreciate you both.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah, we got I was at the office all day today. We were a little short staffed recently because I had some people on vacation, but I was actually at the table boxing orders today for the first time in a while. But we got hit with thousands of orders. It was amazing. You guys are fantastic, but yeah, thousands of orders came in, and we're going through them as quickly as possible. We should have all of them out the door by Tuesday. So just be patient with us. We're working as fast as possible to get everything out, and you'll get your shipping notification as soon as it does.
Speaking of orders shipping out, thank you, Articulated Ninja Reviews. He says, play the behind-the-scenes guy skit again, please. Okay, just for you, Ninja.
I'm the behind-the-scenes guy.
He gets so mad.
He deserves it. Okay. Big time nerd. Thanks for the super chat. He says, I'm talking about them going out to the wrong people. I think I missed the context of that, but yeah, the dials did go out to the wrong people, and they went out like in doubles to some people that did, bought one. So thank you, big time nerd. I appreciate that super chat. J Rod, thanks for the tater chat. Member for 15 months. NECA also hires. Okay. Thank you, J Rod. I don't.
Yeah.
Cannot confirm or deny that. Thank you, J Rod. John Papa Sergio with the super chat. Thank you, John. He says, I wonder if people who receive 2 labs check the order number in each box. If they're the same number, it's a duplicate shipped order, not someone else's. That's true. Either way, it's on NECA's. It's NECA's responsibility to fix it. Either way.
Yeah. 100% NECA's fault.
I'm not saying you shouldn't send it back if you got an extra. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's NECA's responsibility. And legally, you don't have to. Darkest Cloister says, I've said it 100 times, Hasbro is just a plump and dump stock scheme first, and the toys are incidental. That's why they're being sued.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. Suka, thanks for the tater chat, man. He says, Bobby, I would buy a Pandora Pop right now.
Hey, tell Funko that. Because I think Funko has something on their site that says, like, what license they should go after, or would you like to see a pop done of this? Go tell them. Go say, let's see some Action Force pops. I'm sure a lot of people will get mad at me should I make pops, but as I said in the video today, if you didn't see it, if there are Action Force pops being made, it's a good thing. Yeah,
it's good for the company. You don't have to buy it. I'd probably finally buy a pop though if you did. Let's see here. We go. Oh my gosh. Figure Fight Club. Figure Fight Club with 20 3POA podcast memberships. Thank you so much for 20 3POA podcast memberships. It's a party now, baby. Figure Fight Club. Abby, thank you for 20 3POA podcast memberships. Now I got to get a 20 sack to celebrate. Okay, we're not going to do that. Thank you. Thank you, Figure Fight Club. I appreciate you, man. That's always very nice of you. Very generous. I appreciate it. I'm going to be showing off what you sent me from Legions Con on the after show. Channel members only. Check that out. Tonight, after this show's over. True Star Screamer, what's up, man? Thanks for the super chat. Hasbro compensated their screw up by ending careers. They did. They lose money. They lay people off to pad the numbers. Oh, that's rough. Michael Jones, thanks for the tater chat. We'll have to catch the replay, but didn't want to let my role model LaserPants down by not catching the live. Thank you, Michael Jones. You could do better for a role model. I just want to let you know, but I do appreciate that. Robert's Infinite Realms, thank you for the tater chat, Robert. He says, I'm a Marvel fan, not Hasbro fan. Hear, hear. Thank you. No one should be a Hasbro fan unless you're a stockholder. Okay? He says, Hasbro does Marvel for now, but I've got a feeling something is changing. I'm 1/18th for Joe, though. Super 7 has that. Oof. Sorry, Robert. Manic Mike, thanks for the super chat. At Bobby Vala, Spitting Facts, Cream. That's just a Prince song. Cream.
Oh.
Get on.
Yeah, I missed it.
Cream. Thank you, Manic Mike, for that super chat. Duke Royal, thanks for the super chat. Bobby, in a recent video, you claimed that the idea of Sarzork Warriors was stolen, in quotes, from someone. Please elaborate.
Allegedly. I don't, that's not my story to tell. I was only told one side, but again, it's not my story to tell. So I'm not going to really comment on it just because it's, again, I don't have enough proof. I was just told this by, reliable source, but I'll just leave it at that.
Okay. Thank you for the tater chat. Maximilian Tucker, he says Emily still bought that blowback. Yeah, she did, and she was really nice when she bought it. She came by the booth at Rhode Island Comic Con, and she bought a blowback. Super nice. She said she wanted to make new friends. I said, sure, let's be friends. I didn't say that, but yeah.
Somebody gonna tell
Yeah,
her?
super nice. Yeah.
Why don't you go ask
No,
Lenny?
I don't have any.
Tell Lenny about the new friends you made.
I think the blowback purchase was market research, which is fine. You can do that. That is allowed. Marquise Dana, thanks for the super chat. He says Vala needs to hire Talker Art as social media manager. I don't know about that. I love Talker, but I don't know about him as social media. Ooh,
Yeah,
that would be rough.
HR might have a little issue with that.
Let him enjoy retirement at his new dream home in Florida.
Right?
He's living it up down there. Shout out to Talker Art. Earl Potts, thanks for the tater chat. He says, I was wearing a Legion shirt last time I saw Bobby. He didn't say anything. There you go. You're a true professional.
There's
Bobby.
only one person that came by the booth wearing a shirt that I gave crap to. We know who it is, Ryan.
Do we? You could tell me later. I don't know.
No, it was Jeremy. Remember? At show.
Oh yeah, he was wearing a. Yeah, that's right. Good old
He was
Jeremy.
wearing an AWOC shirt, and he came up to buy stuff. I said, you can't buy stuff with that shirt on. Go change your shirt, come back, and then you can buy stuff.
He was like, he couldn't tell if you were joking or not.
You didn't know if I was serious or
It
not.
was
like,
which is the best
like
when you do something like that.
What?
New York City Figure Fanatic, thanks for the tater chat. He says, Bobby, it was awesome meeting you at LegionCon.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Vichay, thanks for the super chat, man. He says, I'd buy 17 Steel Brigade Funko Pops today. I'd get one.
At least I know I'm moving 17 of them.
Yeah. Brian Dillingham, thank you so much for the super chat. He says, if Hasbro wants to destroy their toy brand, they can sell it to Bain Capital. Oh, God, not Bain Capital. Look what they did with KB and Toys R Us. I know, right? Horrible. Thank you, Brian. The Collector, thanks for the tater chat. Bobby, when do we get the man behind the scenes, bloody variant, after he messed up on the clock?
I'm the behind the scenes guy.
We do need a variant. It's a lot of plastic for that sized head, though.
No, thank you. No, thank you. Listen, I think Mark II Designs is making a custom head for him, so we'll let it go that far.
Oh. Mark, if you see this, send me one of those, please. I will pay you, Mark. I want one of Jordan just to mess with him. All right. Thank you all so much, Bobby. I know you got to go. I'm going to wrap this up. We're going to get over into the after show for members only. The link is already up. Bobby, do you want to sign us out?
No. Now you put me on the spot. I don't have anything clever. But hey, go buy Hasbro stock.